Okay, hi. This is a tip for the song Lazing on a Sunny Afternoon by the Kinks. Sunny Afternoon. Uh, and I'm looking at the ukulele part, and I'm going to show you how to make sense of the slash notes. Because in the song, how it starts, there's a really obvious bass riff which we can, if we ignore it, people often tell you to ignore it, you play a D minor. And then there's a D minor slash C, but if we don't play the C, it's just going to be that. Then there's a D minor slash B, a D minor slash B flat, which sounds like bum, 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 bum. It's quite a distinctive pattern, but all you're really playing is the D minor. And then it changes to the A and goes A slash G, A slash F, A slash E. Dun, 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 dun. But for most people playing the ukulele, it's too complicated to look at the slash chords, and they end up just playing a D minor for those bars and then the A. But if you listen to the song, what's actually happening, it's a bass line, but it doesn't have to be. It can be any sort of melody line. You're playing D minor as your first chord, so there's a D note. Then it's slash C, so we'll play a C note, slash B, and slash B flat. And they're all the notes on the top string here. And when it changes to the A chord, it's an A, a G, an F, and an E, all played over a normal A chord. So how do you can actually try to play those both together. So with my D minor shape, this shape, if you can see, you could use your little finger and I could play it all on this top string. So holding the D minor on the bottom three strings, those strings are just going to stay the same, and I'm playing, then reaching under to the G, reaching under there again, which is a bit cramped, and then to play the B flat note, I'm going to have to squash this finger down. And these three frets have never changed, the D minor shape, but I'm managing to play all on the top string. And then when you get to the A, here's a trick that I like, is to play my A with these two fingers, which means I've got my pinky free on this string to play the G note, and then swap around. I can use my first finger on the first fret, and then the final chord, an A with an E, is actually the same as an A chord anyway, because there's an E in that chord. So you're only playing two notes either side. Bum, 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 bum. So that's quite handy, playing your A chord you'd normally play with these two fingers, but if you think about swapping the fingers around, and then you can reach both those notes on either side. Bum, 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 is what you're playing. So yeah, look, it actually makes a huge difference to the song if you can play those notes. Now here's a trick for the D minor we just played, which was pretty cramped, and I rushed through it because I was going to show you a better way. Rather than playing on the top string here, we can play it all on the bottom string. So I'm actually going to find out how do I play a D minor using these three strings instead of the D minor I was playing. And it turns out a D minor is just these three strings on the 5th fret. Because the bar chord for a D minor, if we already know an A minor shape, turn it into a bar chord and move it up a fret. There's a B flat minor, a B minor, a C minor, a C sharp minor, and that's a D minor. You're barring the 5th fret and holding this note on the 7th fret. There's your normal D minor, but oh, I'm a bit flat, I think. Tune. I'll just retune that. There we go. Those two notes, those two outside strings are actually both the same. So one of them's redundant. We don't need it for the whole chord. So I'm going to lose this one and just play those 3 strings as a D minor chord. So if I'm thinking of along those lines, I'm always going to hold these 3 strings are always going to be held at the 5th fret, and then my melody riff is going to be sliding down on this string. And the way you do that is to bar here, and then bar all 5 strings. And then swap your finger around, because now the melody's going lower than the 5th fret. So these, you're still going to fret here, but you want this note now. And then it goes one flatter again. So they sound weird individually, but when you play them all together, you can hear how these 3 strings are just droning on the D minor, and your other fingers sliding down on the G string and creating all those extra notes. So I reckon that's something to practice, because it makes the song just so much better than playing a single chord. There's your D minor. Then your D minor with a C is just the 5th fret. Your D minor with a B is, these 3 fingers are still on the 5th fret, and this one's on the 4th fret. And your D minor with a B flat, again, that finger goes down 1 fret. So this finger has been squashing in and flattening those. I do a little jump there. First my index finger was barring those ones, and then I'm using my 3rd finger, but you could use whatever finger's comfortable to bar exactly the same shape. They just swap positions, which then means my index finger is free to reach over and play the G string. And then from there I go to the A, which we looked at before, playing the A but with my middle 2 fingers. And these fingers get to play the melody. So altogether the descending melody has been going on the G string, and then it swaps to on the E string. The taxman's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home. Back to the A. Lazing on a sunny afternoon. That little A riff comes back a lot. And when it comes to every time it goes back to the chorus. Lazing on a sunny, what is it? Afternoon. In the summertime. In the summertime. So have a go at messing around with those. Fretting the 5th fret on the top string, the 2nd string, and the 3rd string, that is a D minor. And then figure out how to play your other notes around it. And then do the same when you play your A in the standard place. Figure out how you can get those 2 extra notes on the G string. Oh, sorry, on the E string, the 2nd string. All right, good luck.